So now we are going to discuss about the three types of correlations are there. Type 1 is the first that is positive or negative. No or perfect means the positive. First of all, we will discuss about the positive and negative correlation. When two positive correlation means when two variables move in the same direction, and negative when they are moved in the opposite direction. For example, first of all, with the help of definition, we will discuss here when two variables move in the same direction, when one increases, the other also increases, and when the one decreases, the other also decreases, then such a relationship is called the positive correlation. For example, uh, the relationship between the height and weight, income and expenditure, age of a husband and age of a wife, etc. are the positive correlated variables. Next is the negative correlated correlation. When two variables move in the opposite direction, when one increases, the other decreases, and when the decreases, the other increases. Then such a relationship is called the negative correlation. Example between the price and demand. When the prices increases, so the demand decrease, and is vice versa when the demand increase. So that is the price decrease, then the demand increases. So this is the negative correlation. Then we can discuss about the uh, perfect or not perfect, no or perfect. So, if the relationship between the two variables in such the value of the two variables changes, increases direction or in the decreases direction. So the correlation between them is a perfect, and no relationship between, when there is no relation between the two variables, we can say that there is a zero correlation. Its another name is zero correlation. Now we will discuss about the type 2 of correlation. It is divided into two parts, linear or non-linear correlation. So linear correlation means linear correlation is a said exists if the amount of change in the one variable tends to bear a constant ratio to the amount of change in the other variable. Then we can discuss about the non-linear. Non-linear means a curving line is also there. So in the non-linear or the curving line linear correlation, the amount of change in one variable does not bear a constant ratio to the amount of change in the other related variable. For example, when we double the use of fertilizers, the production of the rice would not increasingly double. When the value of the two variables are plotted graphically, so there is a curved line correlation will be shown like that. Type third, here is the scattered correlations of the linear and non-linear are given here. Now we will discuss about the type 3, simple, multiple or partial. Three types of correlation are divided here. So on the basis of a number of variables involved, we can divide like them. Simple correlation, when only two variables are studied. In the problem of a simple correlation, for example, relationship between the income, expenditure, price and demand, etc. Or you can say two independent and one dependent variable are included in that. That is a simple. Next is multiple correlation, when the relationship between among three and more than three variables is studied simultaneously, then such relationship is called the multiple correlation. I will explain with the example. Relationship between of the wheat output with the fertilization, with the fertilizers and the rainfall. So that is the multiple correlation. Then partial correlations. Under partial correlation, the relationship between two variables is examined, keeping other variable as a constant. So that is partial. For example, production of wheat depends on the many factors like rainfall, quality of the seeds, manure, etc. If we studies the relationship between the production of wheat and quality of the seeds, keeping rainfall and manure constant, then the correlation is called partial. So these are the three types of correlation that we have discussed here. Now, what is the methodology is using here to find out the correlation, or you can say like that to method, how can we measure the correlation? So three method we are using here: scatter diagram method, Karl Pearson coefficient correlation of the method, and Spearman rank correlation method. So we can discuss here three types of methods. Before discussing about the um, um, scatter diagram, so let us discuss about the scatter diagram. So first of all, I will tell you the definition that a scatter diagram is a simple and attractive method of diagrammatic presentation of a bivariate distribution to determine the nature of the correlation between the variables. A scatter diagram gives a visual idea about the nature of association between the two variables. In the simplest method of studying the relationship between the two variables without calculating any numerical value, we can do this with the help of a scatter diagram. Now I will explain you some types of diagram here, show you. Correlation. First of all, you will understand that the degree of correlation. If perfect correlation, positive correlation is there, the answer will come in the plus 1. Otherwise, negative correlation, answer is in the minus 1. High degree, very high degree of correlation, then answer perfect positive correlation, answer will come in the plus 0.9. Or if the negative is there, so 0 minus 0.9. If the fairly high degree of correlation, so between 0.75 to 0.09, or negative, then minus may it will come in the answer in the minus. Moderate, then 0.5 to 0.75 if positive correlation is there. If negative is there, then it will come in the minus. Then the low degree of correlation is 0.25 to 0.5 plus, and here in the negative correlation, answer will come in the minus. Then the very low degree of correlation is, if it is there, then answer will come from 0 to 0.25 plus, and if negative correlation, then answer will come in the minus. If no relation is there, either in the positive or either in the negative, answer will be 0. So the first of all, you can. Now I will explain you correlation. First of all, zero perfect positive correlation, answer will come in the 1. You can see that there is a line. If all the points of the scattered diagram fall in a straight line with a positive slope, then the correlation is set to the perfect correlation, R equals to plus 1. Then we can say like that correlation when the perfect negative correlation, if all the points of the scattered diagram fall in the straight line. Here the second one, this diagram. I will talk about this diagram. So straight line with a negative slope, then the correlation is said to be the perfectly negative. R equals to minus 1. Here it is given like that. Next, we will discuss about the correlations, means a very high degree correlations is there. So in this type of diagram, you can see here that when all the points of the scatter diagram clustered around the straight line, going upward from left to right, the correlation is a positive correlation that comes in 0.8 here. So what is the degree of that? Plus 0.9, like that. So that is, it will comes like that. Next, if the answer, if it is in the negative correlation, then the answers lines will be scattered here and there. Points are be scattered here and there. Then no correlation. No correlations means you can say like that. This one, this picture and this picture. No correlations. Points are given and it is in the round shape. So if the points are scattered and haphazard manner, then it is a case of a zero or no correlation. So these are the, if we want to show the correlation, we can show without any numerical and explain to other with the help of this scatter diagram.